So we're gonna face the top of our mat, standing nice and tall. Flip your palms forward. Feel your chest proud and the scapula bones resting on your back. When you're ready, I want you to inhale, reach your fingers up, bring the palms together into a prayer position. Bring the prayer position to your heart. Nice work. All right, we're gonna breathe in and out here. Just take a moment setting an intention for your practice, whether it's to be present, whether it is to follow your breath or to experience gratitude. There may be something else on your heart. Listen to that inner voice. Let that inner voice and let that calling be your guide through today's practice. Let it be your foundation, your focal point, for if anything gets challenging or the mind starts to wander, you can bring it right back to that point. Now here we go. We're going to inhale to prepare. On the exhale, extend the arms up. Open the arms. Begin to hinge at your hips and let the chest and the head fold forward. Your arms and your head meet down at the bottom. We're hanging heavy with no tension behind our neck. Let's keep our fingertips on the mat or your fingertips on your shins, but we're going to come into a flat back. So you're going to take your gaze up to the top of your mat. Reach those sits bones to the back of your mat and feel the lengthening that happens in your spine and in your hamstrings. Now exhale, fold your body forward, back into that forward fold. This time, let's go ahead, hold on to each opposite elbow, and we're gonna hang here for a moment. Saying hello to the hammies, surrendering to gravity. Here we go, take a breath in. Exhale, we float it up. Bring the hand back to heart center. Then you lengthen it back up, reach up, take your eye gaze to your thumbs. Open the arms out, lead with the heart and the chest, fold it forward. Now what you're gonna do is place your hands down onto the mat. You're gonna step back with one leg, step back with the other leg. We're in our high plank. Shift your weight forward towards the top of your mat. Hug those elbows into your waist and slowly lower your torso down towards the spine. Towards the mat. Unflip those toes. You're gonna float, lift your chest and your head up, lengthening through the arms. Keep the top of the thighs off of the mat. We're gonna go into our up dog. Take a breath in. On the exhale, let's lift the hips, float into your down dog position. Our first down dog of the class. Let's say hello to it. Nice. So we're going to pedal out our feet. So I want you to bend one knee and straighten the other. And then switch to the other side. Bend and switch. Bend and switch. Keep reaching the sits bones up to the sky. Taking the gaze to the belly button. Now we're going to go ahead and lower those heels, bend the knees. You're going to walk your feet forward towards your hands. Let's go ahead, lengthen up, reaching our arms and our torso and our eye gaze up to the sky. Bringing the arms down to heart center. Take a breath in. On, exhale out. Let's go ahead, inhale, we lift it up. Exhale, we're gonna go ahead, fold ourselves at the hips. Let the head, shoulders, and chest fall towards the floor. Shake your head, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. All right, go ahead, inhale, take your gaze to the top of your mat. Lengthen through the spine. Feel long legs, long back. Exhale, fold it down. Take a breath in. Exhale, we're gonna lift it up one more time. Reaching. You can let those hips reach forward to the top of your mat just a little. Add a little back bend. Come back upright. Go ahead, swan dive or fold in half one more time. Place your hands onto the mat. You're going to go ahead, take a step back with one leg, step back with the other, hold a long and strong plank. Legs strong, chest pushing away. Now shift your weight forward towards the top of your mat. Bend the elbows, slowly lower the torso, lengthen through the front side of your body. Lengthen through the arms, allow that chest to lift up. Nice. Now go ahead, lead with the hips, go back into your down dog. All right, take a breath in. We're gonna float the right leg up to the high heavens. You wanna feel length through the front of the ankle, relaxation through your toes. Let the left heel feel like it's sinking down into your mat. Now let's bend the knees, bend the right knee. We're gonna draw circles. So draw a big circle with your right knee. Multiple circles, just opening up and lubricating the hip joint. And now reverse the circle. And freeze after you've done the correct number you want to do. Lengthen through that leg one more time. We're thinking long, long, long and strong. Now bend the right knee, bring it into your belly. Shift your shoulders forward to the top of your mat. Take a giant step forward. We're now in like a runner's lunge. So there's a generous bend in your front knee, long and strong in the back leg. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and go for a balance. So you're going to float your torso up towards the sky, let the arms come with you. Maintain, nice position. Go ahead, maintain your shoulders square to the mat. And we're also thinking about the hips, both hip bones facing front of your mat. Beautiful. Now go ahead, open out that back leg into a 45-degree angle. Float your arms open. We're going to go into a warrior two position. Nice. Stay here. Gently roll those shoulders back. Pull the lower abdominals in. Press into the outside edge of your back foot. Now let's go ahead, slowly straighten the front leg and bend the front leg. Straighten the front leg and bend. One more time, we're going to straighten and bend. Pause here. Let your palms float to the high heavens. So flip those palms up. There you go. We're going to go into our nice warrior two, a reverse warrior. Let the top arm float to the back of the mat. Feel the length in both sides of your waist. Maintain that deep bend in the front knee. Nice work. Let's hold it. We're going to go ahead, windmill those arms back to the ground. Internally rotate that back leg so we're back into this low lunge. Feeling good and loving it. Let's take a moment and really melt. Surrender into the posture. Let's go ahead. Put the back knee onto the mat. Uncurl your toes so you have a long, you want to feel a little longer in that back leg. Once more, we're going to float those hands and the torso up away from the leg. I want you to allow the pelvis to sink towards the top of the mat. Allow your heart to float up towards the heaven. We're going into a gentle back bend here, stretching out the left hip flexor. On your next exhale, return to the upright position, looking straight ahead. Place the hands back onto the mat, framing the front foot. So far, so good. We're going to stay here. You're going to take your right foot and you're going to work it to the right edge of your mat, placing the right hand inside of your leg. Yeah, nice adjustment. All right. So we're going to go into what we call lizard posture, a lizard asana. So we're here. Our pelvis is melting towards the top of our mat. We're going to roll to the outside edge of the right foot, really deepening the stretch in that hip joint. If this feels okay and you want to continue, we can begin to place our forearms down onto the mat. If you gotta move, wiggle a little, that's fine. Find where your body wants to be in this asana. Hold it for 2 breaths, breathing in and out, and in and out. We're going to go ahead, place the sole of that right foot back onto the mat. Come back up to the palms of your hands. We're going to bring that right foot back to the center of the mat, allowing our hands to frame that foot. Beautiful. Curl your back toe under. Now what I want you to do is to think about drawing the hips towards the back of the mat as you lengthen that right leg. We're going into half split. So while you're here, your pelvis reaches back, your sits bones or your tailbone is going to think about reaching back and slightly upward to increase the stretch behind the hamstring. Keep the spine long. We don't want to round over just yet. If you want to give your hamstrings a break, you just put the sole of the foot down, bring the pelvis forward, release it for a moment, and then float those hips back, and we go back into the stretch. It's okay to smile. It's okay to ask your body what's happening, have that internal conversation. If you want to hold, you hold. If you want to release, you release. All right, my dear, we're going to go ahead, place the foot back down. We're going to engage the back leg and pick the knee back up. Wonderful. You're going to take that front foot, take it back to meet its friend. So you're in a high plank. Shift your weight forward. Hug the elbows close, slowly lower the torso down. We're going to go ahead, lift the heart, shoulders, and chest up. Keeping a lovely distance away. Oh, hi, we have a guest now. Hello. And let's go ahead, float the hips up to the high heavens. You can uncurl those toes so we're in our down dog. All right. We're reaching our sits bones up to the sky. If you wanna, you can take your eye gaze to your belly button. Let's go ahead, gently walk our hands back to the top of the mat. Inhale as you reach the arms and take your torso back upright. Hello, world. We're all standing again, and now open those arms. Let your heart lead the way as you fold over into your forward fold, lengthening through the back of the neck. We're going to take a new stretch here. So take your fingertips, place your fingertips underneath the balls of your feet. If you need to maintain a small bend behind your knees, that's okay. If you want those legs to be straight, that is also okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to engage the biceps, draw your torso a little closer, your chest closer to your thighs. Keep your eye gaze right in between your big toes. Feel like your sits bones are reaching up to the high heavens. All right, put a deeper bend in your knees. Release those fingertips. You're going to tense your fingers or place just the tips of your fingers on the mat. Lengthen through the legs, lengthen through your spine. Take your eye gaze to the top of your mat. If you want to make it a little less taxing on your body, you can go ahead and place the hands on the shins and still find the length in your spine. This is yoga. Yoga can look different for everyone. Now exhale, we're going to fold it down. Drop the head. Reminder to shake it. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Cast all your cares and worries away during this practice. Go ahead, inhale. Float the hands up to the sky. Hello, fingers. Eye gaze to the thumbs. Bring the hands back to the heart for a moment. Just reconnecting, recentering. And here we go. Reach those fingertips up to the sky on the inhale. Exhale, swan dive it down. Place your hands onto the mat, even if you have to bend those knees generously. Take a step back with one foot. Take a step back with the other foot. Shift. So when I say shift, that means press into your toes. Take your shoulders to the top of your mat. It's like you're standing on your tippy toes. Hug the elbows into the body. Slowly lower the body down. Lengthen through the toes. Lift through the front of your body. Lengthen through your arms. For full body activation, activate the thighs. Lift the pelvis up away from the mat. We're in our full up dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull those abs up to the heavens. Flip those toes over. Find your down dog or pyramid position. Here we go. Now we're going to float the left leg up to the sky. Long legs, long ankles. Stay there. Even though your ankle's long, your toes are relaxed. Take your top leg, bend the knee. Oh, it feels good on my quads when I do that. Now we're going to draw 3 circles in one direction. One circle, as big as you can, maintaining your balance. Lubricating that hip joint. And then you're going to freeze for a moment and reverse the circle. All right, my dears, we're going to go ahead and extend that right leg back up to the sky in our 3-legged dog. Now we're going to bend the knee, bring it into our belly. Now let's shift our shoulders forward. Keep that knee into the belly. Then you take a giant step forward with that left leg. Whoop. Feeling a little bit of heat. You want to be long and strong in the back leg. We're going to go for a gentle balance. So we're going to float our torso and our arms up to the sky, keeping the pelvis nice and low. Nice work. Really engage the back knee. Let's hold this for 2 breaths. Breathing in through your nose and exhaling through the nose. We're going to go ahead, externally rotate that back foot. It's about 45 degrees. We're going to open the arms out into a nice straight line out to the side. Our goal is to keep that front knee right on top of the ankle. Drawing in the lower abdominals. I want to see, so I'm going to turn this way. All right, draw in the lower abdominals. There you go. Now let's go ahead and slowly straighten the front knee. Nice and long. And then we're going to exhale, float it back down. Inhale. Lengthen through the front leg. Keep the chest lifted, proud, and abdominals engaged. And inhale. Pause here. Flip the palms up to the sky. Feel as if your arms are being pulled in 2 different directions, but on the same level. Take that front arm, float the palm up to the sky, and then we're going to take it to the back of your mat. Your hand, your back arm, rests gently on the back leg. Remind yourself to deepen the bend in that front knee. Feel the power, feel the heat. Go ahead, come back into your warrior 2 position. Take a second to look right over that middle finger, the front middle finger, and now we're gonna internally rotate the back leg, windmill the arms down to the ground. There you go. All right, now we're gonna take that back leg, we're gonna place the knee gently on the mat. We're going to uncurl those toes, lengthen through the top of our feet. Should be a gentle stretch. We're going to go for another little balance here, so lift the torso and the arms up to the sky. Let's think about keeping the arms in line with the ears. The pelvis gently folds forward. Take your eye gaze up. Inhale and lengthen those arms towards the back of your mat, taking your body into a gentle back stretch. So you're stretching your spine and the front of the right hip now. Exhale, place the hand back down onto the mat. Now what I want you to do is to take the left hand, place it inside of the left foot. Walk your left foot out to the outside edge of your mat. So you're just creating a little bit more space. All right, once you're there, I want you to roll to the outside edge of that left foot. That opens your knee, opens the hip a little bit more. Continue to allow your pelvis to float towards the top of your mat. If this is good for you, you can stay here. If you want to continue into our modified lizard, you're going to go ahead and place your forearms down onto the mat. This is a deep hip opener, especially if you're rolling to the outside edge of the left foot. Let's enjoy this stretch with a smile and 2 breaths. So breathing in and out. Surrender. We survived it. Place the palms back onto the mat. I want you to walk the left foot back to the center of the mat, allowing the hands to frame that front foot. We're going to slowly curl the back toes under and transition into our half split by pulling the hips towards the back of the mat, flexing the front foot, and lengthening through that front leg. If you do it on both sides, it's interesting that the 2 different sides of our bodies feel so different. At least for me it does. And if you need to come out of her, you feel like your body wants to release, you can go ahead, bring that pelvis forward. And then exhale, we lengthen back. Keep your eye gaze forward, your spine long, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. If you decide to come out of it, I recommend moving at a snail's pace. We don't want to shock our body during any of our stretches. All right, so now we're going to place the sole of that left foot back onto the mat. It's time for us to activate the back leg by lifting the knee off of the mat, fully engaging our quadricep or the front of your thigh. We're down in that runner's lunge. There it is. All right, we're gonna take that front foot. We're gonna send it back to meet its friend, so we're in a high plank. There it is. Here we go. We're gonna shift our weight forward. So you're on your tippy toes. Shoulders are striving towards the top of your mat. Pull the belly button in. Hug those elbows close. Slowly lower your body. Lengthen through the front of your hips, through the front of your belly. Lift the heart, the chest, and the face away from the mat. If you want to engage those quads, lift the hips and the pelvis off and the thighs off the mat. That's always fun. Pull the abs in even deeper. Shoot your booty up to the sky. Uncurl those toes. Go into your down dog. Nice work. Let's go ahead and place our knees onto the mat. Curl those toes, uncurl those toes, and sit back into a much, much, much deserved child's pose. In child's pose, my friends, I like to keep my toes together, knees slightly separated. This gives me room to allow my chest to sink into the mat. You can choose to place your forehead or your chin on the mat. And take a breath in. Exhale, make your way back up into a quadruped position. So that means hands are right underneath your wrists, knees are right underneath your hips. gonna go for a few cat-cow. So what you're gonna do is curl the tailbone under, lift the ribs and the chest and the back of the heart towards the sky. Drop your eye gaze to your belly button. Inhale, we're gonna lengthen the tailbone and the crown of our head up to the sky. And flow through this a few times with your breath. So when you change the position of your body, you're gonna move to the next part of the breath. Exhale as you drop the head, look at the belly button. Inhale as you reach the crown and the tailbone up. 2 more. And down. Wonderful. We're going to go ahead and find our seated position. So you're in your bums, you're on your bums. My light is blinding me, so I'm just going to change my, there it is. I can't see anything that far. All right, so we're sitting down on our bums. I want you to extend the legs outward along the mat. Place your hands behind yourself. And we're gonna go ahead and lift the hips up. Hold it there for 3. Hold it for 2. Hold it for 1. Shoot your hips back. Fold your body forward. Let's do it again. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring the hands back. Float the hips up high to the sky. And then lower the hips down one final time and just fold your body forward. All right. We are going to turn to the side of our body. Extend the legs out. Place your hand just outside your shoulder. Find your side plank. Once you're in your side plank, you're going to lift the top leg up and then gently lower it down. Lift it up and lower it. Be careful. If you want to go down on your forearm, that's a-okay. The trick is to kind of balance on the outside edge of that foot. There we go. Final one, we're gonna hold it for 3, hold it for 2, hold it for 1, lower the leg down, lower the arm down, lower the torso down, and we're gonna swing the legs around so we can do it on the other side. So the arm is just outside the shoulder. Take a breath in. On the exhale, we're gonna lift into our side plank. Hold it for 3. Make sure you're breathing. Find your breath. Nice. Let's go ahead with a smile. Float the leg up and then gently lower it down. Float the leg up and lower. Last one. We're gonna float and hold it. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lower the leg down. Lower your torso gently on the ground and shake out those arms. Woo. Nice work. Now we're gonna find our way to our sits bones one last time. We're gonna find our boat pose or half boat by keeping the knees bent, floating the legs off the mat, reaching our palms forward and up. Once you feel calm and peaceful, we're going to activate the core just a little bit more by lengthening through our legs and through our arms, and then lower it back down. And again, lengthen through your arms, lengthen through your legs, and lower back down. Final one. Lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the legs, and lower. Go ahead, lower the legs all the way down, lay down on your belly. Don't fall asleep just yet. All right. we're going to go for a little bridging. So what I want you to do is to make sure the soles of your feet are grounded into your mat. Feel the 10 toes. Seal off the outer edge of your foot. Seal the big toe into your mat. Take a breath in. You're gonna hinge those hips up. Stay here for a moment. Interlace your fingers. Bring your shoulder blades a little closer together. Keep your arms long and strong. Lift those hips up high. Release the hands and then slowly roll down the spine. That one's a good one, right? Now let's lift our legs up. Take your toes up to the sky and we're going to hang out here for a few breaths. Feel the back of your hips sink down. Back of your shoulders. Feel the rise and fall of your belly button as you breathe. Now take your 2-piece fingers, grab onto your toes with the 2-piece fingers, separating the feet but keeping the knees bent. We're going to rock back and forth into our happy baby, opening up the hip joints, or feeling the freedom that we may have discovered since stretching out those hips. Rocking from side to side, feeling the length of the spine, freedom, support, self-love, all in one asana. Now let's go ahead, draw those knees a little closer together. Hug them into your chest. Even as you're pulling your knees into your chest, you still want to feel the length of your spine along the mat. Open your arms out to a T position. Allow the knees to float to the right. If at any point you feel like bringing your knees all the way to the ground is too much, you can put a pillow underneath your knees to help support them upward. But our intention is to release any muscles from working in this position. So the muscles of the lumbar spine are relaxing. Even though you're in a bent position in your legs, you're allowing the hip flexors, the calves, the quads, and the hammies to all relax. Let the structure of the bones do the work to do all of the supporting. Now we're going to exhale, hold the core in and bring the knees back to the center. I love feeling the weight of the legs on my torso, reminding me that I'm here and I'm in this moment. And then when you're ready, you're going to let your knees float to the other side. You know, our body does a lot of work even throughout the day. So allowing it, giving it permission to just kind of stop working for a second can be hard, and it takes a moment. But with every breath, with every exhalation, you want to feel a release. Now let's go ahead, take a breath in. Exhale, bring those legs back to the center. Wrap your arms tightly around the legs. Lift the head, shoulders, and chest up. Give yourself the biggest bear hug you can. Make sure this hug is infused with lots of love and affirmation, connection, gratitude, love. And then we're going to release it all into the mat and into the floor with your palms up just outside of your hips, legs separated. We're in a position of receiving the energy that the universe has for us. We're in a position of receiving relaxation. Let your eyes remain heavy. The entire backside of your body, from the back of your heels up through the back of the legs, the glutes, the spine, the shoulder blades, and back of the skull are all supported by the mat, all safe. Your breath, your trusted friend and guide, is with you. Allowing the sounds around you to keep you grounded and present in this moment. Let's begin to reintroduce movement back into our body by wiggling our toes and our fingers. Gentle movements. You can increase those movements by adding circles into your wrists and ankles. Let's lengthen through our right arm. Bend the knees and roll to your side so that you're able to rest your ear on your right bicep. You're still in a fetal position, ready to be reborn from this practice into your daily routine or your nightly routine. When you're ready, use your hands to gently walk yourself up to a seated position. If you haven't fallen asleep like I almost did, find your way into a position that feels comfortable, whether it's kneeling, seated, whatever position you're in. You want to make sure that those shoulders are right on top of your hips, that you're still in a presence of being relaxed. You're still in a presence of being connected to your practice. Let's go ahead and let our fingers just fall to the floor. Palms up. On your inhale, reach your hands up to the sky, bringing your palms together. Bring those palms to your heart. Press into your hands, stealing the energy that we just created, that kinetic energy, the energy of movement, of heat. connection between your mind and body, just sealing that all in by pressing those palms together. Take a second and bring your mind back to wherever you set your intention to. Offer gratitude to the intention that you had for today's practice, your guide. Know that the light in me sees and honors the light in you. I'm grateful that you came to practice. I'm thankful for your health. I'm thankful that we connected